Welcome back, coin roll hunters. Thanks for joining me, Matthew, the great coin roll hunter, on another incredible episode of Big Money. So, I hope you enjoyed our coin roll hunt yesterday. We finally got into that box of quarters, and we did a little bit of birding in the 50 state quarters series. So, I'm just going to share with you our preliminary findings. So first, I don't know which order it was exactly, but we did find a Louisiana, and this one featured a pelican. So there you go. So that one made the list on our bird list. And I think the way that I'm going to do this is if we've already, whichever one we find the most of, we'll feature that coin. And if we've already featured it, we'll just pick one at random, because I'd like to just spend some time on one of them and just really get into it. So as you all like to know, I did find this one from Maine, and I researched it a little, and they didn't specifically mention the type of bird that's in this image. As you can see, there's a ship next to a lighthouse on the sea, birds around the sea, probably seagulls. Maine's a state, seagull's a bird, I'm counting it. So we found one of those. And then we did also find two South Carolina state quarters, and with those I picked out the best specimen. Here it is. Okay, so this one features a bird that you can see there, and I went ahead and I did some deep research on this coin. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this under the microscope, and we're going to take a closer look at what we found. So let's get into it. All right. Getting the coin on the plate here. This is a 2000, the year was 2000, the mint was Denver, and this was released on May 22nd of the year 2000 as the 8th quarter in the state quarter series. So they minted 566,208,000 of this coin, and they call it the Palmetto state, which refers to, over here, the state tree. So there it is. And if you're looking at this coin, if you go to the bottom of the trunk here, you're gonna see, let's see here if I can just get adjusted, in the middle of the screen there, at the base of the tree, the initials T, D, and R. Those actually stand for the designer and the engraver who created this design on the reverse, Thomas D. Rogers. So he is the artist responsible for this design. This design also features an outline of the state of South Carolina, the state flower, which is the yellow jasmine state flower, which you can see here. And then, of course, perched on a twig of that flower, we have our first official bird on our birding series, the Carolina Wren. So really fun, really exciting. I've been wanting to do a series like this ever since the state quarters came out. So really excited to share this with you. So the Carolina Wren, as a bird and as a state of Carolina, was officially designated the state bird in 1948, which actually replaced the original state bird, the mockingbird, that was designated in 1942. So why would they do that? Why would they switch their state bird? So I kind of got into the story of this bird here and the politics of statesmanship. I guess, there we go. Got him in frame, finally. So, I think it's because of when you actually look for the Carolina Wren in its natural habitat, it likes to habitate fields, woodlands, and swamps, and they typically will nest in the holes of trees. However, as urban sprawl happens and as these birds move in to interact with human beings, they'll nest in the eaves of buildings, barns, houses. They're like posts, like fence posts, and but they're really basically known for nesting in really strange places, like flower boxes or flower pots, boxes, and I think the weirdest one, even shoes. So if you're nesting in shoes and houses, you know, the eaves of houses and boxes and things, you've got really good exposure to human beings who designate these features. And so I think that that's one of the reasons why they switched out the bird from the mockingbird to now the South Carolina wren as the state bird. So I always like investigating that kind of stuff. So I came prepared with my homework so that I can entertain you guys and educate you numismatically. So what's great about this bird also is that it's a year-round resident of Carolina, which I think would be important for a state bird. But you can actually find this bird from southern Canada all along the East Coast and even into Texas and even across the border in Mexico a little bit. So there you go, our first official bird in our birding series on the state quarters. I hope you're enjoying Big Money, and I hope that you're learning a lot. Give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you're a South Carolina viewer. I want to hear from you. If you're a bird lover, let's get a thumbs up from all of our bird lovers out there. And yeah, so this is what you can kind of expect from this series. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot of interesting facts along the way. And so there you go. Another great episode of Big Money. I hope you subscribe to the channel because we are doing videos every day and we're just doing some really fun stuff. And I hope that we can create a forum, a community of people with interest in these hobbies. So not only if you stack silver, and because we're looking through these quarters and all this stuff for silver, but also if you're getting new into the hobby of coin collecting, we're just kind of showing you what it is you want to look for and things that we think are interesting that you might also think are interesting. So it's important that to engage on the forum. And if you've got questions, please leave them in the comments below. And then third is there's a lot of other people out there with tons of numismatic experience that would love to contribute to the answers on these questions, because that's how we grow in the hobby. And that's it's the details is the reason why we enjoy this hobby so much. So just fun little things about having an excuse to learn about this awesome bird, the Carolina wren. So anyway, that being said, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and give us a like. Definitely add to the comments on these videos, because that's where I'm going to get a chance to meet you. And nothing's more important to me than just having a good time, especially on this channel. So thank you for joining me, all of my community, including my coin roll hunters, my coin collectors, my numismatics, and now the birding community. So you didn't think it was possible to blend all of those different interests into one cool hobby, but I did it right here on Big Money. I'm Matthew, the great coin roll hunter. So until next time, I'm wishing you happy hunting, and thanks for checking me out. We'll see you tomorrow.